Spencer Burford, I think there's a chance they move him to right tackle. Let me just lay out the case. They need a right tackle. If they don't bring back Mike McGlinchey, they need a right tackle, a starter. They could draft a guy and start a rookie, but they don't typically like starting rookies unless it's a first-round pick. They started McGlinchey as a rookie. That didn't go so well. Never went so well for McGlinchey, but they did start Aaron Banks right away. They did start Burford right away, but he split time. They would have to trade up pretty high. They could do it, but I don't think they want to. When they drafted Burford, I thought they drafted him to replace McGlinchey. He didn't play guard in college. He played tackle, left and right, mostly left. And I thought they was like, okay, he's going to a 1-year red shirt. Then he'll replace McGlinchey in 2023. Well, instead of redshirting, he got on the field at right guard for most of the season, and I think that's probably a better prep than doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, the Niners have never invested in right guard. The right guards they've had have been guys off the street, Mike Person, Daniel Brunskill, undrafted free agents, like low-level free agents. I can't imagine they spent an early fourth on the future right guard. It seemed more like he's the future right tackle. He's got long arms, quick feet, and he's only a half-inch shorter than Trent Williams. You could put him there, and then you could sign Jake Brendel or another center, and you could have a competition at right guard, a position the Niners don't seem to value. That's what I think could happen. What do you think?
I've heard that. So first, I would say that to me, the most important positions on the O-line, and I think most people would agree, is your tackle, your bookends, right? You can make do with some of these other guys at center and guard. Center is obviously important from a mental standpoint, but I feel like you can find centers and guards a lot easier than you can find right tackles. When I watched Burford last year, he did okay at guard, kind of okay, right? And so for me to see that jump where he's going from right guard to an improvement over Mike McGlinchey at right tackle is hard for me to believe and hard for me to see. Now, I was completely surprised by Aaron Banks and his jump from freshman to sophomore year. Right. So maybe Burford will have the same path, but for me, it's not a comfortable move.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. Think about it this way, though. He was playing out of position last year. He's a tackle. And I know people said he could go either way, but he didn't play guard in college. It's like when they moved Penei Sewell or when they moved Aaron Banks just from left guard to right guard. That ruined his whole – they had to move him back to left. Burford went from left tackle to right guard. That's kind of a big transition. Seems to be – it would be a little bit more natural out. But how good is he really? I don't know. If he wasn't a particularly good guard, is he all of a sudden going to be a good right tackle? It seems like that can't be your only plan. Burford's got this. Okay, him in a competition with – Colton McKivitz and another rookie. But still, like, McGlinchey's gone. And if they don't sign someone like Caleb McGarry, because I don't think the Niners really want to spend big money on 2 veteran tackles. I think they want to have Trent Williams and a talented dude on a rookie deal. So
here's what I would do, Grant.
Okay.
I've been looking at these tackles, and I feel like if the 49ers are able to move up top half of the second round, they can find a week 1 starter at the tackle position. This draft is tackle heavy. There's some really good right tackles. And if it was me, if I'm the 49ers, I'm trading to move up into the second round and getting a right tackle that can be a year 1 starter. I think those guys are out there. There's a lot of them. I think the top 7-8 tackles in this draft could be year 1 starters. So that's what I would like to see the 49ers do. Keep Burford at right guard. And then you just have the center spot, which a lot of people are talking about with Nick Zakelj or Jason Poe could fill that void. And now you're cheap, right? You got Burford at right guard. You got a rookie at right tackle and a rookie at center. And
I wouldn't rule them out. I wouldn't rule out them re-signing Jake Brendel, though. I mean, that's Chris Forster's project. Chris Forster called that. And when we talked about Brendel to Chris Forster before the season, he was like, I don't want to compare him to Creed Humphrey. Yeah. But athletically, they're very similar.
I wouldn't mind that. I don't know. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player, and I think he's for the price. I think it's fine, especially if you have a rookie right tackle, rookie contract right guard, rookie contract left guard. You can afford to sign Jake Brendel.
I mean, if the Niners had drafted like Cam Jurgens last year instead of Drake Jackson and sat him for a year, I'd understand being like, yo, this is our starter. Like they did with Aaron Banks. This is our starter. But Nick Zakelj, I mean, he went from Fordham. He played left tackle. You're trying to move him to – sure, great project, but you can't just say, like, that's our starting center. Are you kidding? He's
It's
never
weird.
snapped the ball in a game in his life. So you got to have someone else at least competing. But if say they have Brendel as their starting center, Burford or a rookie as their starting right tackle, then their right guard could be Jason Poe.
The thing that's the crazy thing, man, is that everyone I hear from within the organization or anyone that has a source, they're saying Nick Zakelj is the center, which is weird to me because when I watched Jason Poe last year in training camp, to me he looked like the future center, and to me with his height, I don't really want him anywhere else but at center.
I know.
And he won.
But I think the Niners I think the Niners look at center kind of like the way they look at quarterback. Like you have to be an Intel Pentium 2 processor. Yeah. And this guy like Zakelj has like a master's degree. Mm-hmm. And so I think they feel that he's really short arms too. That I think they feel he can only play center. Mm-hmm. And that I think they've drafted him specifically for that project. And again, they have a really good offensive line coach. So yeah. I feel like if you give him a project, I'll probably bet on him getting the most out of that player. But is Zakelj like the next Jason Kelce, who was a 6th round pick? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Doubt it.
Maybe Poe is the backup center backup fullback. Maybe. Yeah.
Or maybe he's a guard. I mean, I know he's not that big, but he doesn't have to snap the ball.
I don't know. I've never been confirmed with OCD, Grant, but having the shortest lineman anywhere but in the middle bugs that shit.
It bothers you. It bothers you.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.